Miss Kriti, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How do you do, madam?
Fine.
हेमंत जी कैसे हैं आप? बहुत दिन हो गए आपसे बात करके।
जी सर, नमस्ते
सर, कैसे चल रहा है आपका अगरबत्ती वाला बिजनेस? इफ आई रिमेम्बर करेक्टली यू आर इनटू इंडस्ट्री। चल रहा है।
या सर, चल रहा है।
ओके सर, इसको दौड़ाने के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं ये बताइए, मेरे तरफ से क्या कर सकता हूँ मैं?
बस आप अब जैसे आपको ठीक लगे आप जो सजेस्ट करेंगे देखते हैं आगे फिर कैसे क्या किया जाए।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, वेरी नाइस सर। सर, इफ यू डोंट माइंड, ऑल ऑफ अस वुड लाइक टू सी यू। कैमरा ऑन कीजिए मैडम, प्लीज कीप योर cameras on. It will improve our energy levels. Right, great. Madam, shall we have a small, very brief introduction, 30 seconds, exactly what you do? Sorry for the interruption. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Preeti madam, what business are you into?
Sir, I am a family therapist in mental health.
Okay, great. So I think whoever is here, all 3-4 people know me very well. Probably we have already interacted in the previous session. So this time, I'll, with your permission, should I start or do I need to introduce myself?
No, sir.
Okay, sir. I'll go ahead with the presentation, sir. Just give me a second, please. Can all of you see my window, please?
Yes.
Okay. Now, today we have assembled here and we are going to train on why we need to set up a sales system. What is the purpose? What is the meaning of a sales system and how it will help us to improve our business? The first thing, there are 2 parts for this training. The first part is what we are having today and the second part will be on next Thursday. First part, we'll understand what is the need for a training for a sales system. And in the second part, we'll understand how to implement that system, what it comprises of, make a list of that. And when you attend these 2 sessions, you would probably be able to have a basic working sales system for your organization. Okay. So do I have your permission to start?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Great. %90 of business shutdowns happen only because of one reason. When we are not able to sell, there is no revenue. In the absence of any revenue, any business has to shut down. This is the single most important reason world over why businesses shut down. And a lot of us have reasonably good products and reasonably receptive market. We might have a wonderful product, but unless we are capable of selling it into the market, unless we take it to the customer, we will not be able to realize money. We will not be able to sell and make money from that. In the absence of revenue, even a big business, companies like Motorola, companies like Idea, they have shut down. Large organizations world over also have shut down. And small businesses are no exception. A small business has to shut down much faster in the absence of revenue. In India, what most of our colleagues do is somehow we try to pull on, we make sacrifices, घर बेचते हैं, पैसे लाते हैं, we pay our salespeople. And lot of times we employ salespeople, but they don't perform. So in your business, if you have salespeople, are they working? Are they able to sell your product and get sufficient revenue for you? Right? Or you don't have a sales team, you're the only one who is working hard. In that case, what happens? We have to run for business, we have to bring business, we have to supply, execute the material, realize the payment, and then again run for a business. So there is no system. We are one man show. We are trying to do everything there. Whereas in this case, if you have a proper system, we can hire salespeople, and those people will start working for us. In any business, if you see, business is an investment with a calculated risk, an investment in time, money, and knowledge. So we have to invest our time, our money, and our knowledge to make other people work for us. If we are the only person working, there are a number of limitations. Like, for example, we can fall sick, then the business will come to a standstill. Worst case could be we could meet with an accident, corona kind of thing can come. I have seen during corona time, a very established business owner from water treatment industry passed away. He was doing a reasonably good business, 4-5 crores manufacturing industry with a turnover of 4 to 5 crores. His family had no clue what this business is. He was the only person who knew what this business is like. So suddenly, from 4-5 crores turnover, this family is on the street, not knowing what to do. To prevent this kind of a situation, as business owners, it is our responsibility to set up a business which runs even in our absence, even without us. That means we simply need to have salespeople, especially selling. Selling is critical. We should never depend on ourselves to sell. If a business owner is selling and spending his time selling the products, that means it is not a business, it is self-employment. And self-employment cannot be sustained for a long time. So what should we do to overcome this problem? We just need to set up a right system. And what are the symptoms of this business? We don't have salespeople, symptom number one. We have salespeople, we hired salespeople, but they did not perform, so we sacked. We hired salespeople, we are paying them salaries, they are not getting results, so those people quit. Right? These are all the symptoms of not having a proper sales system. Now, how do we address this problem? We'll come to this little later. Or some other symptoms can be you are depending on referrals, that means word of mouth, people are calling you, and your conversion ratios are very poor. You get leads, but you are not able to focus and convert them into business, right? And sometimes you are not even getting leads, or sometimes you are running behind unproductive leads. If any of these things are symptoms that you are seeing in your business, it simply means it is time for you to set up a proper sales system. Right? It simply means we don't have a system, so we need to set up something. So how do we set up? That is exactly what we are going to answer in this training session. First, let us understand. We'll go a little deeper. I'm assuming that most of us are relatively inexperienced in selling professionally. So I'm taking a little bit more time and trying to explain from the basics. Do I have your permission to do that, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Some people might feel, okay, we already know this, so there is no need for this, but please put up with us. Some of us may not know what exactly is the meaning of a system. When we say system, what does it mean? Yes, whenever we talk about a system is a structured process. I think somebody has a mic. Could you please shut down your mics, please? Someone has a mic which is giving us a lot of disturbing noise. Okay, so what is the meaning of a system? Right? A system is a structured way of doing things, and the system will have processes. We'll go to the examples a little later where you will understand in detail what exactly is a system, what exactly is a process, right? But what are the benefits of such a system? When you have a structured approach, the fundamental benefit is it is something that you can train your people. And when you train people, those people can start doing the job that you've been doing or you intend them to do, and start selling for you. If you look at my own experience, I've been hiring salespeople for over 20 years. 90% of the time, I was paying them salaries, but the returns were not commensurate. In the absence of returns after 3-4 months, either I would sack them, or because they are not getting results, they would go away. So once I became a Grant Cardone trained coach, I started analyzing, and we were taught why people cannot sell. The single most important reason why salespeople fail to sell is because they don't know how to sell. A lot of people can think this is a big statement, right? How can salespeople not know how to sell? We assume that they are all professionals. But before becoming a salesperson, that guy had no formal training anywhere in selling. He just completed his graduation or MBA and came out and he started selling. And majority of the time, if you go into any supermarket or something like a retail car showroom, you would realize that the quality of salespeople is very poor. You went there to buy, so you will buy. Sometimes when I bought my previous car, I disliked the salespeople. I had to go to some other showroom and buy. Such is the quality of salespeople. The single most important reason why it is like that is there is no proper training. And who has to give them training? Your salespeople cannot be trained by me because I do not know about your business. As a business owner, you know what is your business, who is your customer, what is the process, right? So as a business owner, it is our responsibility to set up a proper sales system. Now, what is a proper sales system? We are discussing that in a while. Okay. Now we understood the benefit number one is we can train people, we can monitor them. Any proper sales system would have KPIs, process indicators, like how many leads we generated, how many converted, what is the order value, what is the conversion ratio. If we are advertising on something like Facebook, how much money we spent, what is the lead acquisition cost, what is the order acquisition cost. These are all few statistics, parameters on which we measure the performance of our salespeople. Please understand, as business owners, we all know that what cannot be measured cannot be monitored or controlled. How do you know if your salesperson is working well or not working well, or working at all, not working at all? Is it only when he gets orders we should assume that he is selling? No. If his job is to generate leads, if he is generating leads, somewhere we should be able to have a system of quantifying that and paying that guy in a proper manner. In some businesses, this cycle time, that means from lead generation to order closure, can be very high. In my water treatment business, it is almost 3 months to 6 months. So if I employ a salesperson today, he is doing a reasonably good job, he is going out into the field today, but by the time he gets his first order, it could be 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Okay, so I have to keep paying him for this time. That means I should have a system of measuring his performance during these months. Simply speaking, we also need to have a system of measuring how our people are getting trained. Okay, let us move forward. I hope you have understood the benefits of a proper sales system. A sales system will help you train your salespeople, and by training them, you can start getting results from them. And you will also know whether they are working as per your requirement or not. Now, what are the components of such a sales system? You could have multiple systems in your business. You could have a manufacturing system, you could have a servicing system, you could have a logistics delivery system. But here our focus is only on sales. The first component of any sales system is lead generation. So when I'm talking about this, I'm simply assuming that most of us are in a business like B2B, business to business, not like e-commerce or retailing, where lead generation is not important. Okay, if we are in e-commerce, lead generation mostly happens through marketing. It's not a sales activity. And if we are in retailing, again, we attract customers using marketing techniques. It is not a sales job. Okay, we are talking about a B2B, business to business transaction, where your sales process is something like you identify who needs your product, you approach them, pitch for your product, understand their requirement, pitch for your product, follow up, convert, and then a sales materializes. That kind of a system is what we are discussing here. So first step, our first component of this sales system is a lead generation system, right? Now, how do we generate leads? This is a big, topic by itself. Depending on your business, the leads can come from your website, right? Or some kind of marketing campaign, or salespeople calling up on phone, salespeople going door to door. It can be advertisement. It can be through networks like BNI, or it can be referrals from your existing customers, friends, family, relations, anything. So somehow or the other, sometimes we get leads. Most of the time, we survive on leads that come from our existing customers, friends and family, or over a period of time in business, we would have got some, credibility. So some number of leads keep coming to us. The second part, and remember, the purpose of creating a system is to generate leads in a regular and consistent manner. How do we do that? That is covered in a chapter called lead generation. At this point of time, we are only talking about systems. Okay. The next system that we talk about, next component that we talk about in a sales system is lead qualification. Now, what is the meaning of a lead qualification? What does it mean to qualify a lead? Let us say you are selling, let us say doors. Okay. Let us say you are selling doors. Every builder building apartments or independent houses needs doors. Does it mean everybody is going to be your customer? Yes, it means everybody is your potential customer. But in what time that guy is going to buy from you? The person whom you met, does he have the authority, right? Does he have the time? That means you are looking at a lead to buy in 3 months time or 6 months time, 1 year time. Based on these factors, you will decide whether you need to focus on this person or not. If you decide to focus on person, you qualify this person. That means you look at these 4 factors: budget, need, authority, and timeline. Whether they have the money, whether they have the need, whether the person with whom we are interacting has the authority to take a purchase decision, and are they looking at buying from us within the reasonable period of time that we want them to. It could be 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, whatever is the timeline we fix. Okay, so not all leads that come to us are ready to buy. So we cannot focus on all leads. We need to know whom to focus on. That is done by this process called lead qualification. In this lead qualification component, what we do is we define parameters such as whether the person is going to buy in 3 months, 1 month, 10 days. So this is a very smaller, simple component of your sales system. Okay. Now, otherwise, your salesperson will come back and say at the end of the day, sir, today I have generated 10 leads. You call up and talk to them. All of those projects are in the very early stage. They would require your doors probably at the end of the construction, probably after 1 year from now. From his point of view, the salesperson is right, but from your point of view, he is wrong. Because your revenue from that lead is not going to come in the next 1 year. So you need to have a system of qualification where you tell your salesperson, I will consider a lead as serious lead only if the person is likely to buy in the next 3 months. I'll consider this as a lead only if we are talking to this project manager, purchase manager, director of this company. Then what happens out of those 10, 20 leads, what he has brought in the day, maybe 1 or 2 are actual qualified leads. So what is the difference between lead and qualified lead? A qualified lead is going to buy in the time that you have defined. Okay, you can focus on these people. Okay, so here we are talking about a smaller system. Then comes the sales pipeline. What is the meaning of pipeline? In sales, you have generated a lead, but that lead is not going to buy. Your sales process would be something like you generate a lead, you qualify a lead, you understand their requirement, then you give them a quotation, then you start following up, right? During the following up, there will be objections. You handle those objections, you overcome those objections, and finally, there is a sale. There is a sale or there is a loss of sale. You can win or lose. Either way, whatever you do, irrespective of what you do, pipeline means somebody is starting at the beginning of the funnel or starting at beginning from the top, right? Let us say your salesperson went and met 100 people, 100 builders. From them, 20 are qualified, right? Qualified means they are going to buy in the next 3 months. From those 20, 10 people said, send me quotation. You send them quotations. Some five or six people finally negotiated with you and 3 closed orders. From 100 potential leads, we have come down to 3 sales. So what does it mean? It means our pipeline or our funnel from the top to the bottom. This whole thing is called a funnel or a pipeline. And how we are going to manage? In this, when we are talking about a sales system, what we discuss here is, what we document and write here is, how many people are entering into my pipeline? When they are entering, what is that they're looking at? What do they want? Please remember, when a potential customer comes to us, he is looking at information. He is not ready to buy. He is looking at information. That information has to be shared by us in a sequential manner. What is the sequence that we have to define in our sales system? For example, you want to buy something like a house. You want to buy a house. So you start thinking, I want to buy a house. So you go to some portal website like Magic Bricks or 99 Acres. You start searching there. That guy asked for your mobile number and you innocently gave the mobile number on their website. Next day morning onwards, somebody starts calling you. Sir, we are selling house. Can you buy? Which area you are looking at a property?
Yes, sir, personally access.
Is this what you do? You are not ready to buy at that point of time. At that point of time, you are just looking for information. You are not ready to buy. But what is the salesperson doing? He is coming and constantly pitching you. Instead of giving you the information, he is asking you to buy. This is the single most reason why salespeople call and customers block them. The customer or potential customer is not ready to buy, and the salesperson is focused only on selling. He just wants a sale. The other person is not ready to buy. He is still searching for information. So we need to define, when we are writing a sales process, we will define a person is entering into our funnel. At that stage, he is looking for this kind of information. Middle of the funnel, that means it is a qualified lead. As a qualified lead, he is looking for a different kind of information. Okay, he is coming to next step where you are giving a quotation or pitching. Let us say a person is there who wants to buy an apartment. He is looking for an apartment. That much only our salespeople know. Now, when we spoke to him, we understood that he is looking for an apartment in Pune. Which area in Pune? We don't know. Again, we need to understand. If we are having a property in some locality, this guy is looking for property in another locality. He is a customer who is looking for a similar product like yours, but you are not having a fitting requirement. So as a lead, that is disqualified. Supposing he is a lead, he wants to buy the property in your area, right? 3 BHK. He is looking for a 3 BHK flat or 2 BHK flat. 3 BHK. All your 3 BHK flats are, let us say, 1500 square feet or 2000 square feet. Does this guy have this budget? If he doesn't have the budget, or his requirement is 1500, we have 1400 or 1600. How do we convince him? We need to provide him information where he can be convinced in a soft manner, in a non-sales pitch. When you are providing information, please understand, information has to be provided in a non-sales manner. All the time we are asking for sale, we are only going to make that person run away from us. Please understand this. This is the single most important reason why salespeople always find themselves facing the customer and feeling hostile. Customer is not ready to buy. This guy is only asking one thing, sir, when do you want to buy? When do you want to buy? Are you writing a check today? Okay. When you are defining a system, there you are putting a timeline. My salesperson is going to talk to the customer on day one. This is what he is going to talk. If he gets response A, he is going to talk this. If he gets response B, he is going to talk this. We have to map this process. This is our sales system. Okay. Now sales process means I am defining all these things along with timeline. Somebody has come to me. Please understand, somebody who is looking at buying a flat has a minimum timeline of 30 to 60 days. I don't think any sane person would buy a flat just like that. He goes, likes it, and writes the checks and gives it. It cannot be like that. There will be a lot of information required for him to take a decision. It could be finance. It could be builder also has to provide various documentations to him. This is a process. This process have to be defined by us as business owner. We have to write in writing. Please understand, we have to write and give it during the training to our salespeople. If our people are not trained, they will go and only ask for order in every call. After 5-6 calls, potential customers will block us. Okay. Now, what else are the components of a proper sales system? Please understand, sales training is also a proper component of a sales system because people come and people go. Sales people coming and going is a fact of life. We cannot prevent it from happening. It's going to happen. So what should we do? We need to create a system where a new person comes, we are training him. We are attaching him to a senior person. We are explaining him the various sales processes, lead generation techniques, lead qualification methods, all this. And then we are measuring his performance, tracking and measuring his performance using KPIs. KPIs stands for key performance indicators. These are the metrics with which we are measuring the performance of our salesperson. Okay. And at the end of the sales system, we have something called CRM, Customer Relationship Management. Customer relationship management probably is a software. Some people manage with a Excel sheet or Google spreadsheet or even a diary. But I would strongly recommend a proper system of CRM. CRMs, you have free CRMs, you have paid CRMs. Whenever a salesperson is going out, he will enter all the details in your CRM. Then whenever he is talking to them, he is entering the information. So it is basically an information capturing system. If that person leaves also, we have that information. Just now we discussed salespeople come and go. If a person goes, the data should not go with him. The data is our property. We have paid for that acquisition of that data. Even if a salesperson goes and next person comes, or we also want to follow up, we need to have the full information related to the customer. What is his requirement, when he has been met, what has been spoken, what is the quotation given, if at all, what are the objections those guys are coming up with, right? But how does the system have this information? Only when your salesperson is inputting this information in the system, that information is available for us for a later date. Okay, so a CRM system is always a part of any sales system. Okay, now we discussed about process, we discussed about sale system. A system is a larger thing. System will have few smaller processes. So process, by definition, process is something smaller. There will be multiple processes which will make a system, right? So to begin with, if you are designing for if you are planning for a proper sales system that will help you scale your business, that will help you improve your sales, the first thing you need to do is identify key sales stages. When we are talking about a sales stage, lead generation is a stage, lead qualification is another stage, then discovery, that means understanding what is the actual requirement of the customer is another stage, then under identifying the key driving motive is another stage, then giving a proper presentation or demo as we call it is next stage, negotiation and follow-up, overcoming their objections, and finally closing. These are all the stages involved in a sales process. So we have to define each of the stage in writing, maybe in the form of a small graph kind of a thing, or as a flow chart, we have to define these things. And we also have to say how much time. Typically, a lead would be there in lead stage for, let us say, 1 day. In a day or two, we are going to qualify him. So lead to lead qualification, the time is 1 or 2 days. From qualification to understanding their requirement can be 2 to 3 days. From understanding their requirement to proposal generation can be 3 to 5 days. From proposal generation to discussion, first discussion, where we submitted our proposal, understand whether it is in line with their requirement or something has to be added, something has to be removed. So understanding this can be another 3 to 4 days. This is how we define various stages with timeline. And we also have to define criteria. Criteria means general tendency of salespeople is to show that they are working. Every salesperson will come and say, "Sir, isko quotation bhej dete hain." We'll send a quotation. That guy wants a quote. So they think by giving a quotation, sales will come. They want to make the management happy. So they are always trying to send more quotations. But as a business owner, we want to have less quotations so that we can focus on them. Our conversion ratio will be better. Our focus will be better if we have 10 quotations instead of 100. If there are 100 quotations, we don't even know which one to focus on. We want rather 10 genuine quotations rather than 100 average quotations. So how do we know which quotation is genuine, which client is genuinely asking for our quotation? In my company, what I do is I tell my salesperson, if I have to give a quotation for my product, let there be an incoming mail from the customer. Let the client send me a mail asking for a quotation. So my condition there is only if I get a mail from my potential customer or lead, I will send a quotation to that guy. So here I am defining a criteria to qualify whether to give a quotation or not give a quotation. If somebody is not interested, he will not send an email. It is my salesperson's job to convince the person why he needs to send this mail. He has to explain, "Sir, we have an internal process. I have an ERP system or CRM system. The system will not generate quotation unless I give all this information. Unless this mail is received, our management will not properly give a quotation." If the customer is serious, he will send you the mail. If he is not serious, no problem. Anyway, if he is not serious, you are wasting your time preparing that quotation. So this way we will filter out people who are not desirable to be in our system. So we need to define criteria for each stage, whether we want him to move to the next stage or not. Some of them are in client control, some of them are in our control. Okay. Now, at each of these stages, salespeople have to take certain actions. Let us say somebody wants to buy a flat. What is the role of salesperson? He has to invite that person to visit our project site, right? Site visit, as we would call it. So salesperson's job when it comes to that level, a qualified lead is there. What is the role of a salesperson then? He has to bring the customer to the site, show him the model flat. We are just talking about an example here. Okay, show him the model flat, right? So at each stage, we have to define what a salesperson should be doing. And we also have to define sometimes what he should not be doing. We should very clearly tell him, don't ask for an order at this stage. Salespeople are always in a hurry. They are always asking for, "Sir, shall I? Did you come with your checkbook?" So we need to tell them, look, let them see the property. Let them understand. Let them call us for a discussion. Okay. Go to their family, meet all of them, discuss with them. See seriousness. Only one man, head of the family, is discussing. Our entire family is involved. Where the entire family is involved, we understand that there is more seriousness in the buyer, right? So this is how we relate sales activity for each stage. Okay, this is again a part of our sales system. This is a process. Map out sales activities for each stage of sale. Okay, establish sales playbooks. What does it mean? We thought standard operating procedure. For example, we walk into all of us must have gone to movie theaters, all of us must have gone to shopping malls. Movie theaters also have toilets, shopping malls also have toilets. Where are the toilets clean, spick and span? If you walk into any shopping mall, toilets are generally spick and span. Okay, the same thing if you walk into any cinema theater, the possibility of toilets being spick and span is very remote. They might be manageable, usable, but nevertheless, that foul odor will be there. Why a shopping mall has better quality toilets? There also you have people working. In a cinema hall also we have people working on toilets. The fundamental reason is if you see in any shopping mall, in every toilet, there will be a pad, notepad, on which the janitor's name will be written, the supervisor's name will be written. Whenever he has added hand wash, there will be a time added, right? Whenever he has cleaned the toilets, there will be a time added, a signature printed there. Then supervisor will be visiting every 2 hours. So whenever supervisor comes, he will also sign there on that sheet of paper. So this is a system that is making sure that toilets remain spick and span. So in our sales also, we need to create a system like that. And those systems have to be properly written, shared to your salespeople. Am I going a little fast or little slow? I want some reaction from you guys. Please understand. Please react.
No, it's okay, sir.
Okay, sir. We are going at a reasonably good speed. Thank you. Okay. So we are continuing to talk about preparing a sales process. A sales process is a small subset or a component of a sales system. In the previous slide, we talked about identifying sales stages, then defining criteria for each of these stages, and mapping out activities for these stages and putting this in the form of a printed documentation. Now there will be sales tools. What are the sales tools? Essentially, CRM is the most basic sales tool that we all need to have. Without a proper CRM, even if we are working, we will not be able to get good results. The reason being, human memory is very short. If a salesperson is making 20, 30 calls every day, if there is no record, there is no way that guy can follow up. And in our last presentation also, we discussed, if I remember correctly, that according to a survey conducted by Salesforce, 80% of B2B leads are not ready to buy. They are not ready to buy at that point of time. They will buy eventually, but they are not ready to buy at that point of time. This is the same example that we talked about. You want to buy a flat, you went to Magic Bricks or 99 Acres and you inquired, you gave your mobile number, so people start calling you. But your decision will happen maybe after 3 months, 6 months. So during this time, what has to be done? Nurturing has to be done. Nurturing means you are giving relevant, useful information. If we are taking our apartment example little further, in this example, if that person is looking to buy a flat in Pune, let us say in Wakad area, what are the trends, real estate trends in Wakad area? Can be a useful information for that person. Wakad area, some new metro station is coming up. Prices are going up. This information has to be shared by our salesperson. Wakad area road widening is going on. Underground drainage network is coming up. Useful information for that person. 3-4 big builders are coming up with apartments. So a new school, an international school is coming up in Wakad area. Again, a relevant information for a potential buyer. So potential buyer has to be given proper information which will drive them to a decision-making process over a period of time in a non-sales manner by our salesperson. Now, many times it is not possible for our salesperson to do this. At the back end, we have to create a system. The salesperson has gone, he has met the customer, he has entered the information in the CRM. The CRM system should automatically keep sending that person information in a sequential manner. Every 3 days, there should be an email or WhatsApp message from us to the potential customer, not asking for sale, but sharing this kind of information. We call this nurturing. Nurturing means you are giving him useful information which will help him take a decision. Consider the relationship like a tree. Your salesperson has gone. He has put a seed. He has just taken a seed, put it in the soil. He has just poured some water. A small sapling has come out. It becomes maybe 1 feet bigger. You are taking a tree guard, protecting it from animals, or sheep, or cattle, or whatever. As the tree grows, you are giving it more water, you are giving it more fertilizer, you are helping it grow faster. Your fruits of labor will come only when this tree becomes of sizable size. Anywhere in the process, if you break down, the tree will die. You can't, by giving any amount of fertilizer or giving excess quantity of water, you can't make the tree give you, fruit within 1 month when it is supposed to give after 3 months. If it is supposed to give after 3 years, by giving any quantity of water, we can't make it give us fruit in 1 year. 1 year. So the idea of nurturing is a very natural thing. That nurturing has to be brought in by us as a system. We don't have to tell a salesperson that we'll be doing the nurturing from back end. Today we have CRM softwares which will do this automatically. You need to set up your system. Again, I'm using the word system. That a customer who has been added to this list will keep getting an email on 3rd day, 7th day, 15th day, 30th day, 45th day, 60th day, 90th day. Why are we talking about this long? Now, according to that survey, 80% of leads are not ready. So we have to nurture. What we are doing is we are nurturing. Second thing is, jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai. You have spoken wonderfully. You have given a beautiful sales pitch the day you met him. But after that, you totally ignored. That means your salesperson has not gone and visited your potential customer. So when he wants to buy, there is no possibility of your being thought of, being recalled. Against this, once in a week, your salesperson is sending some information. When somebody sends me information without any profit motive, I like the information. I look forward to such information from that salesperson. Right? So what happens in this process? I put you in a different basket. Okay, these guys are not commercial. Let me talk to them. They'll give me the right kind of advice. It builds a lot of trust in a positive way. Today, the world is become a place where we don't trust each other. Even in a family, a wife doesn't trust husband, husband does not trust family. So there is no question of customers trusting us with one sales call. First, when our person goes on a sales call, the client is seeing us as a suspect, not as a potential vendor. We are a suspect. As if he doesn't need our product, we are trying to grab his money, give him something that he doesn't need. This is the mindset of most customers. And we are also customers for many other products. We might be selling one product, but we are buying 10 other products. Imagine somebody coming and trying to sell us something on the road. When we are standing here, either he's selling encyclopedia or some socks or something. What is our instant reaction? We'll say, no, I don't need this. Okay, so every person is going to have this defense mechanism, and your sales system should be something that will help you overcome this defense mechanism by having a proper sequence of emails or WhatsApp messages in a non-commercial way. This will help that guy reach the decision at the right time. And because you have sent him 10 messages at different points of time over a period of 2 months, what happens when he wants to buy? You are at the top of his mind. Imagine we walk into any supermarket or bakery or hotel, you would find visi coolers, refrigerators with glass doors of Pepsi, Coke, right? Why does Pepsi have to put up that Pepsi or Coke? If we have to drink a soft drink, we know Pepsi or Coke are the popular choices. But why is it there? The more you see something like that, when you want to drink, the more likelihood of you are thinking of that brand. Because of that intense competition, they want to show their brand more and more times. If you look at any statistics of any Coca-Cola or Pepsi, During the IPL time, whenever they are sponsoring, when there are more ads of Coke sales spike, they go up. When there are no ads, they come down. It simply means जो ज्यादा दिखता है वो ज्यादा बिकता है. तो ज्यादा कैसा दिखना चाहिए कस्टमर को? By keep in touch, by having a system of being in touch with her on a regular basis. Every week there should be some communication from us. If he has entered into our system, there should be something from us every week without failure. And that something should be non-commercial, something should be that will information that will help him take a decision at a later date. Okay, fine. Now let us move forward and understand what are the examples of a process. What exactly is the meaning of a process? Okay, we'll just look at something like Amazon. Okay, I have not put any name here, but I had Amazon in mind. You are going to Amazon website either on mobile or on your laptop and placing an order on that e-commerce portal. What is the order processing that is happening? Immediately as soon as you made the payment, the order is confirmed. You get a email saying that we have received your order, we confirm. Then this order is sent to the warehouse. Warehouse are fulfillment centers. Or if the vendor, but the particular item that you have asked for, ordered for, is not available in their warehouse or fulfillment center, the order goes to the party or the vendor who is going to supply. Right. Now that guy starts packing. He packs the material, either it is a vendor or in the warehouse. Then the information is shared once the material is ready for pickup. The information is shared to the logistics company. So the logistics company will send a vehicle or maybe whatever is required to pick up. They'll pick up the information material. Please understand, at every step, this information is getting updated. If you open your app and look at your order status, your order is received at fulfillment center. Order is packed, ready for dispatch. Your material is picked up by logistics partner. Your material is reached XYZ godown, or it is there in some airport or in our warehouse. So here two things are happening. One is physically the material is moving, and second is the information is getting updated. This is what we call a process. This is an order fulfillment process. At any stage, you want to know what is the status, you just open your app, check there, you understand what is the status. So finally, you have received your material. After you receive your material, you get a message from Amazon. Hope you like the product. Please send your feedback or give a review. Go to open your app and give a review. And some majority of the time, if we are buying some relatively unknown brand, we look at reviews. If the reviews are positive, we buy. If the reviews are not so positive, we avoid that and buy some other brand. This is a simple process of order fulfillment in an e-commerce company. Right. Let us take another example. A new employee has joined. How do you onboard him? An onboarding process for a new employee. We are looking at examples of different processes. It is not that we are going to use these processes in our sales. No, but this will help us understand what is the meaning of a process. Okay. Now, when you are talking about boarding, that means an employee is inducted into the company in a systematic manner. So what is the first thing? Your HR department has sent him an offer letter. He has collected after interview, an offer letter has been sent. He comes to join. When he is coming and joining, the HR, first thing he is doing is he is going to HR department. So you will write in your process or in the offer letter, you will write, please come and join at this office. You have to connect with so and so person. Right. Your HR department is collecting information like his certificates, educational qualification certificates, experience certificates, relieving letters, bank details for making salary payments, some photos, some Aadhaar card, sometimes driving license. Whatever information is essential. What information is essential varies from employee to employee, cadre to cadre. Right. So your HR department would have a checklist. I need all this information from this employee. If he is a manager, I need this information. If he is a lower level employee, I need this information. If he is joining as a CEO or director, I need this information. Right. That person, gentleman, is providing information and is joining. Once he joins, what next? He is attending a orientation process where a HR manager is giving a training, is giving a round of the company to that employee, introducing senior employees, junior employees with whom he is going to work, and they explain the vision, company vision, policies, procedures, and above everything, what are the job responsibilities, what is the KRA for this person, right? Then he's shown his table. Okay, this is your table, this is your computer, right? And this is your login ID, password. All this is in a written format. Whenever a new employee joins, this is what I'm going to do. You write down. This is your process. In the same way, take this example to our sales. For every product, the same product, if it is going to different markets, we need to define a proper sales process. That will help us train our salespeople and improve their performance. Now, some of us could be from manufacturing industry. So if we are from manufacturing industry, let us look at just one more example. Here we are talking about a sales process. Previous examples were non-sales, one HR, one order fulfillment. Whereas this is a sales process we are talking about. Let us dive into this. So first thing, for a manufacturing industry, I'm talking about a B2B industry, business to business. First, lead generation. So our salespeople are going into the market. Our salespeople are making calls. They are visiting exhibitions. They are looking at our website. Any which way, they are getting leads. When I am saying any which way, we have to define how our salesperson is going to get a lead. Otherwise, the moment you employ, the person will come and sit in front of you. Sir, what should I do? During the training period, imagine you have given him, these are our lead generation techniques. These are the target markets. These are the target areas that you need to go. These are the geographical territories that you need to go. If you have to call, this is a script for you to call. And whom do you call? How do you get that information? Whom do you call? This is the list of people. This is the data on which you are going to call. Or I don't have data. Look in Yellow Pages. Okay. Yellow Pages for what? Or Google for what? Get this information. Then when you are calling, how do you call? Script, calling script, cold calling script, or warm calling script. So once a person has generated a lead, that lead has to go into our CRM system. Okay. So first step in our in our sales process is lead generation, and that lead to be captured in our CRM. We are creating a written documentation for this. Then comes lead qualification. So earlier we discussed what is qualification. Every lead that comes into our system, every lead that is brought in by our salesperson cannot be a potential buyer. Some of them may not have money. For example, today I want to buy a Rolls-Royce car. I don't have money. Probably even if I have money, Rolls-Royce will not sell me the car. They have their own definition of who their potential customers are. Okay, there are lots of ifs and buts if I have to buy a Rolls-Royce car. Maybe even a Mercedes-Benz. I don't have money. So I want to buy a car, but I don't have money. I am not a potential customer for Mercedes-Benz. Okay, somebody who wants, but he doesn't have money. He doesn't have time, or he doesn't have authority. For my company, we are all business people. If some major purchase decision involving 10 lakhs has to be taken, normally it is we take who take the decision. It is not our sales people or purchase people or accounts people. So if some vendor is coming and talking to them, right, for a high value, big ticket item, those people are not the decision makers. They should identify who is the decision maker, come and pitch to them. They can start with the lower level people, pitch to them, use them as a route to reach out to us. Okay, in larger organizations, suddenly we can't go and talk to the decision makers. First, we have to begin with our lower level people, where we pitch, they like our proposal, product, whatever. We are presented to the next level. So all this have to be documented. A lead has to be qualified. So what is the steps required for qualification? We discussed earlier. PANT, right? Starting for need, authority, time. budget, need, authority, time. If you have budget, you qualify him. If you don't have money, disqualify him. Disqualify means you don't focus on him. Or when you have a financing package or something like that for your product, you are giving funding. Maybe at that time, that person who doesn't have money probably can come back and become a qualified lead for you. Okay. So, and in our order process, in our sales process, we write down this. I am generating leads like this. I am qualifying leads like this. Some organizations, larger organizations, have something called lead scoring. What it means is if a person wants to buy in 1 month, he is given 10 points. If he wants to buy after 5 months, he is given 5 points. If he wants to buy after 1 year, he is given 1 point. So person is a decision maker, it is 10 points. Like this on 5 different parameters, they are gauged. So your lead qualification criteria will be, unless a lead gets at least 50 points, I will not take him to the next step. So you will consider it as a qualified lead only if they get 50 points. 50 probably is your pass mark. So you define and tell your salesperson, you focus on leads who will get at least 50% or more marks. 50 or more marks. If the person is generating leads with 20 points, 30 points, you simply tell him, this is not a potential lead for me at this point of time. So that is a system we are talking about here. Okay. Now, in the manufacturing industry, example that we are talking about, lead generation we have written, lead qualification we discussed. Let us move on to need analysis. Lot of times the customer wants to buy something, or salesperson wants to sell something. There is no match between what that person wants to buy and what we want to sell. They are not clearly defined. I want to buy a computer. Just to give an example. Salesperson wants to sell me a computer, but he doesn't understand why I want to buy a computer. Is it for gaming? Is it for some AutoCAD work? Do I need to have a big display, a smaller display? Is it something that I'm going to carry to my presentations? What is the purpose? Unless that salesperson of that computer company understands where I'm going to use this computer, he will not be able to offer me the right model. Let us say I want to use it for making videos. I make YouTube videos. Then I need to have a high-end, proper, latest configuration system with huge quantity of RAM and a proper graphic card. If the salesperson just assumes this gentleman wants only a computer, there is a mismatch. So a third step is to understand the need of the customer with respect to what we are offering. If we are not offering what his expectation is, there is no point in trying to convince him that we don't have this, why don't you buy this? Okay, so that is the third stage. Coming to the fourth stage. You have understood very clearly what is his requirement. Now it is time for us to give a presentation, a demo, right? A demo should be ideally accompanied by a written documentation, a proposal, a quotation. We don't have much value for verbal thing. You said something, that person will not take it face value. You write something and show it to him. When there is something in written, that is why we print our brochure. When we print our brochure, the customer knows, okay, this brochure is there for me to see. This is a commitment from the supplier. Okay, so all your proposals must be written. Please do not go with a verbal presentation. So your sales people have gone and given a written proposal to the client. He has looked at that, and along with the written proposal, he has explained in depth what he has considered and why he is offering what he is offering. Okay, at this stage, the customer would have multiple types of objections. If there are no objections, it is very unlikely that that guy will buy from you. Objections can be categorized into 4 or 5 different kinds of objections. The first objection is time objection. I'm not ready. I don't have time. The second objection can be I don't have budget. I don't have money.
Buddhi.
The third objection could be this is not the right product for me.
Buddhi.
A fourth objection could be I'm not the decision maker. I need to ask my wife. I need to ask my owner. I need to ask my partner. A fifth objection, most dangerous type of objection, is something that is not explained. Okay. Whenever a person, a buyer comes up with an objection, it is easy for us to explain and overcome that objection. If he is not coming out openly about that objection, it becomes very difficult for us to overcome that objection. Okay, so we have to write down the type of objections that people are going to come up with in a written manner and explain to our salesperson, if that person is coming up with this objection, this is how you need to overcome this objection. This has to be clearly documented, and that salesperson has to give us a live presentation. First, we should practice with us. Otherwise, it is like you are playing a match and you are going and practicing in the match. First ball, duck out. Okay. So please follow. Understand why we need to write down. What we are writing down, we are implementing with our salespeople, making sure that they implement. When they have practiced this sales pitch, overcoming this objection in our office, they go and talk to the customer in a fluent, easy manner. When those guys are talking with confidence, the credibility builds up. If there is no confidence, there is no credibility. The customer will think, "ये आके कुछ बक बक कर रहा है." Everything the salesperson is saying, "I'll ask my boss." He will come out, call you. Sir, ये 1% discount मांग रहा है, दे दो नहीं दे दो. Okay, the customer is definitely not going to buy from you if that is the case. Okay, so define a sales process where everything that we have discussed is kept as a part of, is already written. Okay, then comes the order processing. Finally, you have taken the order, you convince the client, you have overcome the objections, then order processing. How do you write? How do you process your order? After the order comes, you have to get money, you have to start manufacturing, deliver, collect more money if required, right? If it requires installation, get it installed, give proper service, right? And at the end of everything, ask the customer for referrals. What has Amazon done? Amazon done in our case, Amazon has sent us an email or WhatsApp message saying that if you liked our product, please give us a review in our website. Likewise, we have to ask for referrals in our transaction. At the end of the transaction is complete only when the buyer is giving us a referral. Okay, so this is a manufacturing company sales process. Clear? Okay, now let us look at one more example. A trading company sales process. How does a trading company does sales process? Trading means I don't have in mind e-commerce. E-commerce is not trading. It is slightly different. It is something like a distribution, or maybe you are getting things on order and supplying. So first thing, you have to get vendors. That means you want to sell computers. First, you need to source computers or computer parts. Then buy them and sell them. First part is identification of vendors, identification of products, look at their price, whether those products can be sold in your market, in your target market or not. Let us say you are looking at high-end products, your target market is budget market. So a trading company has to define its process. Sales is dependent on purchase for them, for a trading company. Sales and purchase are not independent because he is not manufacturing. So he should understand what he can sell and then buy that and stock it. Okay, so they have to identify potential suppliers and vendors and then offer the product for sale. Then once these products are identified, they have to prepare a catalog, a price list, sales literature, what are the advantages, disadvantages, models available of a particular product. They are ready to go into the market. Now starts the process, sales process. Lead generation or prospecting. Who are the customers? If you look at majority of the shops in any trading area, in market areas, in wholesale markets, they have salespeople sitting in the back of the office, trying to talk to potential customers, old customers, right? So lead generation is a part of trading activity also. They have to write down how these leads are going to come. Most of the time for traders, they could be trade shows. You have a retailing outlet, so you have some walk-in customers, right? Newspaper advertisements, trade journal advertisements. These are the ways of getting leads, or it could be some B2B portals like our India Mart, Trade India. Okay, whatever it is, we have to write down and train our salesperson, right? Then understand again, up to this point, it is like our separate process. After this, manufacturing and this are more or less same in terms of sales process. Again, understand what is the client requirement, match with your product, whether what you have is fitting their requirement or not, and then move ahead. Move ahead with your quotation or sales proposal, negotiation, order placement, fulfillment, that is supply, payment collection. All this is more or less same for a manufacturing industry as well as a trading company. A trading company is little different in sales process because their products have to be so identified based on the saleability of that product. So first they have to look at it from sales point of view, whether I can sell this product, then start buying that product and stocking it, right? Any questions so far? Now that for the next 10-15 minutes, we'll discuss how to or what you have understood and how best I can help you implement this system in your business. So with your permission, I'm closing this presentation. We'll come back to this. Hi Ravi, how are you doing?
Good,
I
sir.
didn't notice that you joined. Good, great.
Yes, sir. I did join actually. There was some problem with the mail actually didn't come, so I had to connect with Kiran and Amarnath, I believe, and then fix it and then so. Yeah,
Fine.
it was a good
Okay.
session, sir. It was a good
Nice that you have joined us. Thank you. Mr. Ramesh and Hemant ji and Preeti madam.
Yes, sir.
Your questions,
Nice,
please. Your questions.
Sir,
sir.
sir, can we get this session recording?
Yeah, we'll get, sir. You will get. By the end of this, probably आपको दिखाई देगा. If you are not getting it, I'll have a link sent to you right away. Within 10-15 minutes, I'll send a link to you.
Okay, thank you.
हेमंत जी, आपके लिए कुछ क्वेश्चंस क्योंकि लास्ट टाइम हम लोग काफी डिस्कस किए थे आपके प्रॉब्लम के बारे में.
हाँ सर, अभी तो चलो फिर भी अभी चल रहा है. आई हैव ट्राइड माई सेल्फ. आपने जो बोला था कि एटलीस्ट वी हैव टू टेक अ रिस्क, क्योंकि बिजनेस इज अ रिस्क दैट इज 100%.
जी हाँ.
तो बस अब फुलफिल हो रहा है, देखो. और ये जो एक सर आपके साथ इंटरेक्शन होने के बाद एक गैप हो गया.
जी हाँ.
तो
राइट नाउ देयर विल नॉट बी दैट मच गैप. अभी तो आपसे हर हफ्ते बात करेंगे. विल ट्राई टू कनेक्ट विद ईच अदर एटलीस्ट वंस इन अ वीक.
नहीं, मेरी एक रिक्वेस्ट थी आपसे कि जैसे उस दिन एक आशा की किरण जगी थी.
जी हाँ.
फिर वो जो गैप हो गया ना सर.
जी हाँ.
That we thought again we are alone.
Okay. Not like that, sir.
So this should not be there. When if you catch our finger, sir, at least try to teach how to walk.
सर आप तो चल ही रहे हैं. मेरा मकसद ये है कि आपको दौड़ना सिखाऊं, बस और कुछ नहीं. चल तो आप रहे हैं ऑलरेडी. यू आर वॉकिंग प्रेटी फास्ट. यू आर क्वाइट एक्सपीरियंस्ड. नेक्स्ट लेवल तक लेके जाना है. बस इतना करना है मुझे. इतना सपोर्ट करना है आपको.
ठीक है.
मैडम, इन मेडिकल यू आर इन मेडिकल फील्ड, राइट? तो व्हाट आर द इश्यूज दैट यू आर फेसिंग? आपका माइक ऑफ में है मैडम, म्यूट में है. हाँ, राइट.
Sir, I am in mental health profession and I am providing services. And
Okay.
Since last year I am in this profession, but in the month of January I incorporated it as a company because
Okay.
I need more hand to work, and without any legal documentation and anything, I can't किसी को काम देना है या एम्प्लॉइज के लिए ये सब चीजें जरूरी था. तो मैंने इसे पूरा लीगल तरीके से किया एंड इट वाज माय ड्रीम. सर्विसेज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ प्रोडक्ट, आई वांट टू सेल इट.
Okay. So have you started selling or you are
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
into the market now?
Yes, I am started, but procedure जो हम लोग follow करते हैं and as expert what you are teaching us is different. We need hand holding little bit because
Definitely.
it's not in flow way जैसे होना चाहिए. फनेल सिस्टम जो आपने बताया पाइपलाइन वो सब इतना अच्छे से नहीं हो पाता है. लाइक वी आर इन just incorporated company and it's just going on small basis.
Okay. Madam, everything has a small beginning only. Even a marathon also begins with a single step. The only suggestion I would like to give to all my business owner friends is don't think of self-employment. Don't think of business as self-employment. मतलब मैं काम करूंगा तो मुझे मिल रहा है, जो मिल रहा है वो मेरे लिए sufficient है. I did that mistake for 20 plus years. Please don't make that mistake. बिजनेस को बढ़ाना है तो ही बिजनेस करना है. बिजनेस को सर्वाइवल के लिए करना है तो नहीं करना है. Business is a risk, calculated risk. Sometimes when we are going and talking to people, there are a couple of reactions. One is हमें मालूम है हर कुछ क्या करना है. और I ask people अगर आपको मालूम है तो नेक्स्ट लेवल में क्यों नहीं जा रहा है? आपको सब कुछ मालूम है, आप ग्रो क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? That means there is something we don't know or some risk we don't want to take. If we are hiring a salesperson, उसको 25,000, 30,000, 40,000 जो भी सैलरी देना है, it is a risk. Right? If you don't take that risk, we will not have people. And to train him, we need to learn all this. Here, the point of our presentation today is whatever we discussed, every business owner has to learn whether he likes it, he does not like it. Business में है तो आपको सीखना है. Even if you pay me 5 lakhs, I will not be able to do what you can do for your business. It is not a question of money. आपको आपके क्लाइंट कौन है अच्छी तरह से मालूम है. आप किसको टारगेट कर रहे हैं, उसका प्रॉब्लम क्या है आपको मालूम है, मुझे मालूम नहीं होगा. तो ये प्रोसेस पूरा आपको ही करना है. आप जितना जल्दी करेंगे आपके बिजनेस के लिए उतना फायदा है, बेनिफिट है. एंड ये इंफॉर्मेशन आपको कहीं बाहर कोई बुला के नहीं दे रहा है. Why I prepared this program is I struggled, so I want to help people overcome this problem. So I'm making a course out of this. How to set up a sales system is part of our course. So this month 15th onwards we are offering our courses. अभी तक मेरा courses market में नहीं आया. पिछले 2 साल से मैं मेरा बिजनेस में implement कर रहा हूँ. I am trying to generate content, but still we have not come up with a course at this point of time. 15 तारीख को ही course launch हो रहा है. Okay, so please do not think कि course खरीदने में, it could be my course, it could be somebody else's course or some learning material. Okay, please do not assume or think कि ये खरीदने में मुझे 10,000 का रिस्क है, 40,000 का रिस्क है, 1 लाख का रिस्क है. There is no risk, there is no learning. If you look at a guy going to a school, बच्चा पढ़ता है, स्कूल में जाता है, then he goes to college, he goes to degree college, then he studies MBA. His productivity will start only after he completes graduation or post graduation. In a school also today, if you put your child into a school, we are spending 50,000, 1 lakh as school fees. We are investing money first because we don't know the subject. And as parents, somebody was pointing out probably in our last meeting, I am not sure whether it was Ravi. We all know the subject, but we don't teach our children. We send them to a school. Ravi, was that you?
Yes.
It was you, right? That's what I remember. So we know kaisa sikhana hai, we are experts in that, but still we send our children to a school because it gives a proper system. So please be open to learning. Think, I don't know this, let me learn this. Then the path will be much faster and cleaner. And I took a path of self-learning. So self-learning में बहुत ज़्यादा time लगता है. As business owners, we don't have time to run the day-to-day operations of business. ये सीखने के लिए, फिर सिखाने के लिए और ज़्यादा time लगता है. तो then what we do? We ignore that. When we ignore that, we don't go forward. We just remain where we are. This is the problem for a lot of business owners.
So I prepared both models, B2B and B2C, because counseling, my core services is counseling services for
Okay.
education system, hospitals and general family. I categorize it in 3 ways. Up till now, I just wait. So much noise there. Just wait. Something is outside. So
Okay.
up till now, I myself did entire process of my business, but since January, I feel कि ये जरूरी है कि सेल्स पर्सन हो हमारे साथ और उनको अच्छे से ट्रेनिंग देंगे तो बिजनेस और ज्यादा ग्रो होगा. And this is the
आपका
reason.
सोच बढ़िया है. इट इज एसेंशियल.
Yeah.
प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, सेल्स पर्सन को ट्रेनिंग देने से पहले हमें ट्रेनिंग लेना जरूरी है.
Yes.
Unless it is in our mind, we will not be able to tell him with moral authority, conviction कि तुम ऐसा करो. ओके. और हम लोग हर दिन उसको मॉनिटर करना चाहिए. वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू गेट टॉप क्वालिटी सेल्स पीपल. आज जमाना कैसा है, सेल्स पीपल को अगर वो बंदा अच्छा है तो उसको 100 नौकरियां मिल रहे हैं. He doesn't have to come and work in a small atmosphere. Today everybody looks at IT, software, Apple, Google, Microsoft. ये पूरा लोगों का, बच्चों का दिमाग पूरा उधर चला गया. So top quality people are going to those companies. What is left is only average, below average people who are coming to us for jobs. And ये average, below average लोगों का mindset ही कुछ little lower level of mindset है. तो their expectations are high level, but performance is at low level. हमें सीखना जरूरी है, उसका हैंड होल्ड करना बहुत जरूरी है.
So owner must know everything about his business.
मैडम, अगर कोई दूसरा चीज के बारे में नहीं मालूम है तो चलेगा. अगर समझिए आपको काउंसलिंग करना कैसा करना है नहीं मालूम है तो एक काउंसलर को आप अपॉइंट कीजिए, कोई इशू नहीं है. सेल्स कैसा करना है नहीं मालूम है तो आप सस्टेन नहीं कर पाएंगे.
Yes, exactly true.
तो सेलिंग इज द सिंगल मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग फॉर बिजनेस. हेमंत सर, आपके लिए भी सेलिंग एसेंशियल है, वेदर वी लाइक इट और नॉट.
नहीं सर, करना पड़ेगा.
बिल्कुल सर. इफ वी हैव टू ग्रो बिजनेस, वी हैव टू सेल.
यस सर.
And we have to sell through people.
Yeah.
Ravi, last time I remember we discussed हेमंत सर का नंबर भी शायद आपको शेयर किया था.
Yeah, I was coming to that actually. I somehow, sir, हाँ, sir, हम लोग एक बार बात करेंगे. I think we can support you some way.
Ravi also does digital marketing for me. He's a great guy with marketing setup, right? So if I am using his services, आप सोच सकते हैं. I am very choosy with whom I associate.
Yeah.
So both my companies, he does digital marketing. So please talk to him and see. And I don't get any commission. Please understand, Ravi runs his own business independently. उसको recommend करने से मुझे कुछ नहीं मिलता है. Maybe with except of.
And also, Hemant sir, I'm also at this point of time looking to support you. So initially, it is not a business purpose.
No. I'm just explaining this to those people so that they don't think कि Ravi is a part of 10x coaching, तो ये इनको promote कर रहा है अलग नाम से.
I am actually his fan.
सर देखो, यहाँ एक फैमिली हो गई है अभी.
जी हाँ.
So we will support.
We are from different states. We are from different religion, but at present we are in the one roof.
Correct.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
So this is कल उठ के अगर मुझे भी किसी को हेल्प करनी पड़े सर हमारे इस फैमिली मेंबर्स में, तो I should be ready.
Obviously.
बिजनेस एक अलग अपॉर्चुनिटी है. एक रिलेशन जब मेंटेन हुआ है सर, तो एक रिलेशन का भी फर्ज बनता है.
जी भैया.
So we'll प्रीति मैम आपसे भी मैं बात करूंगा एक बार. We'll see how we can kind of project that mental health concept.
I'll do two things, sir. I will firstly send a PDF of this presentation. Then I'll also share the recording of this presentation to all of you.
Yes.
अच्छा सर, अभी मैं एक खुल के बात करना चाहता हूँ आपसे.
हाँ सर, बिल्कुल.
ये जो हम आई थिंक सो 1.5 महीना हो गया अगर हमारा लास्ट जो सेशन हुआ था.
2 मंथ से ज्यादा हो गया सर.
2 महीना. तो इन मीन टाइम सर I got an opportunity in the Searchy.
Okay.
And in that these 2 months I have made my digital shop.
Okay, great.
So I am already launched in this what you today taught.
Okay,
CRM funnel.
okay,
So
great.
then also I am with you, sir. But what means my heart is cleared. I have just attended that seminar and I have paid up for I think so 6 months,
Okay,
and I am in
great.
already procedure.
Very good, sir. Great. Sir, money comes, money goes. I don't run behind money, right? By God's grace, today I'm in a position where my business runs and
Yeah.
I'm comfortably able to take care of my needs, my family needs, and have a decent lifestyle. Okay, and this coaching and teaching I am doing out of passion. Passion is because it's like आपने कुछ अच्छा मूवी देखे या कोई अच्छा रेस्टोरेंट में जाके खाना खाए, then what is our tendency? We tell our friends, अरे वो रेस्टोरेंट अच्छा है या ये मूवी अच्छा है जाके देखो, right? So right now my mindset is something like that. I'm a part of networking company organizations like BNI. Preeti madam, BNI can be useful for you.
Okay.
If you are in a place where you have BNI chapter, please go and join. Hemanji, we'll have a one-to-one talk. Maybe on Monday, I'll connect with you. Okay, sir?
Okay. No.
And take this forward to the next
रवि
level.
जी आप भी एक बार अगर समय मिले तो सर मेरे से बात कर लेना.
Ravi, do you have his number?
It's a request.
No, sir. I'll just speak to you maybe immediately after this. I'll call you, sir.
Okay, fine. Preeti madam, okay. Any
I'll
further
take
help?
number.
Please connect with me on a one-to-one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
my
Thank you.
starting, just I started in the month of January. I incorporated as a company, and it is all in the process. That's why in between I miss 2 sessions of yours. That's why.
No
But
problem at all, madam.
I
No
mean,
problem. You're
this is-
most welcome. We are always there to support you.
yes, sure. I will take your help. Thank you for this also.
Okay, madam. Okay. Thank
Congratulations
you.
on getting it incorporated, madam.
Yes, thank you.
Congratulations.
Hema?
Thank you, sir. And luckily, sir joined. I joined sir's sessions. In the month of January, I incorporated it as a company, Maitri Resilience. It's the name, Maitri Resilience Private OPC. It's a OPC Private Limited. And
Where are you from, madam? Which place are you from?
I'm from Nagpur.
Nagpur. Okay, Maharashtra. Yeah.
Yeah, but I started my business at Bina, Madhya Pradesh with my husband. I was with my husband.
Okay.
Just now I shifted here 2 years
Okay.
back, and I started.
So, are you a doctor by profession?
No, sir. In mental health, we can't write like a doctor.
Acha.
That one is a psychiatrist who
Okay.
wrote that doctor initial. But
Okay.
I am a family therapist and mental health professional.
Okay.
And
Madam, probably one advice I would like to share with you is
yes,
go heavy on content on YouTube.
yeah,
Right? People hesitate when they talk about mental health. Right?
Yeah.
उनके जितने भी डाउट्स आते हैं आपके वीडियोस में ही आपको क्लियर करना चाहिए विदाउट ए पर्सन हैविंग टू आस्क. वो शर्मा के नहीं पूछता है ऐसे क्वेश्चंस का सवाल आंसर आपके पास आपके वीडियो में आना चाहिए.
yeah. I made lots of videos, and
Yes.
few of them are on YouTube, but it's not a continuous process. Other formalities I spent lots of time, and that's why. So, abhi,
Ravi can help you with that. Ravi can help
Yes.
you create content, post it every week.
Oh,
They do post 2 videos every week for us.
yeah.
okay, I will.
So प्रोफेशनल हेल्प लेने में क्या होता है टाइम पे काम हो जाता है. I have a digital marketer in my office itself. The person who is sending you WhatsApp messages, email messages, asking you to join. But the point is, outside help will make things happen in time.
Yes.
They'll push me. If content is not coming from me, they will call up. My office person will say, "Sir, एक बार ये content दे दीजिए." If I'm not giving, he'll keep quiet. That is the advantage of using a third party.
Yeah. I have one girl, I can say, young teenager. She is
Okay.
doing this thing for me right now. 3 months before she joined me. She is not
Okay.
staying at Nagpur. some other another place she is, but
Oh,
we connect with. But she's not as a expert in my subject, so I have to tell her everything: how to write, how to create, other things she is handling. Right now, it's
okay.
going like this, but I will do in better way. I will try my best. Thank you.
And what does the husband do, madam? Is he also into the same profession?
No. He is fire and safety head there in a refinery. He is there. BPCL, it is now take over by BPCL.
Okay.
So that's why I was there. Right.
Nice.
अभी तो मैं नागपुर से ही बात कर रही हूँ. It is my native. Nagpur is my native. So I shifted here for my work.
आप भी कहीं नासिक के पास से है ना? Your office is somewhere in Nashik, right? हेमंत जी, नासिक का औरंगाबाद के पास में ही है ना?
डाणू बॉम्बे के पास है सर.
Hemant sir is in which business?
Towards Gujarat. Yeah.
You are doing which? I don't know about your work profile. You are doing.
He is a
I am a
manufacturer
manufacturer
of
of
Dhoop
incense
sticks.
sticks.
Group sticks, incense sticks.
Good.
And Ravi is a digital marketer and educational content provider.
Okay. Good.
He is going to compete with Byju's at some stage.
Oh, wow. Great.
Yes. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Nice.
And just for the record, Ravi, can I share your case with them?
Yes,
Openly?
yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Ravi has spent almost 2.5 crores on creating content like for schools, colleges, the same way that Byju's has done, starting from 8th class to 11th class. Am I correct?
Yeah, 6 to 10, sir. 6 to 10.
6 to 10. Now his
Okay,
problem
6 to
is
10.
he needs help to sell this to students. तो कंटेंट क्रिएट करते करते पैसे खत्म हो गए, अभी पता नहीं है.
So yes,
वो तो
it
Yeah.
will little bit time to scale up. Then once it started, then it will.
Yeah, it will go in a big way because he has got the content ready.
Yeah.
So I am pushing him to take this forward at a faster pace because content can become obsolete, older बन जाता है, presentation techniques, कुछ textbook बदल गए तो फिर content बनाना पड़ेगा.
Huh.
So he needs to rush.
Correct. So I approached sir for that. Parallelly, we were doing digital marketing because we got good with content, video production, and everything. So I approached sir for help actually as a student, and that's how we connected. And
okay.
now we are now sir is supporting me in terms of these sessions and everything. And since we are good with video editing and everything, we are doing that work, the digital marketing work for sir.
So he has got a full team for content creation. Studio where a proper professional shoot can happen, animators, camera people, editors, everything he has got. So he is one step above regular digital marketers.
Great.
And somebody with a brain and probably a heart also.
Great.
Okay, sir. So with your permission, we'll call it off for the day.
Yes, sir.
Right, sir?
Right.
Okay, madam.
Thank
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Let's connect. हेमंत सर मंडे आपसे कनेक्ट करेंगे. मैडम विल डिस्कस.
ठीक है सर, मुझे टाइम बता देना आप.
हाँ सर.
Give me the time.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste,
Ravi.
sir.
Thank you. Bye bye.